The Chicago Bears have this thing called hope and optimism, something I haven't really seen from Bears fans in my lifetime, being born in 2001. But they actually have a quarterback that's coming off of a really, really good season. They have a coach that looks legitimate. It's not another Matt Nagy type guy. He actually knows what he's doing. And they seem to understand the issues on their team that they need to correct entering the offseason and entering this season. So I'm very excited to talk about the 2026 Chicago Bears and give you my season team preview for this team. So let's jump into it. The Bears didn't do a lot in free agency, but with what they did, I very much liked. Bringing in Kobe Bryant, a very talented safety from the Super Bowl winning champion Seattle Seahawks, is very good, and also probably the best safety the Bears have had since good Eddie Jackson. Like, it hasn't been pretty there, and Kobe Bryant is a very, very talented player. Then you look at the fact that they let their secondary walk out the doors, which I love. I did not like the Bears secondary at all last year. I was very critical of it. I don't like a defense that has to rely on turnovers. I feel if you're relying on turnovers, you're not that good of a defense because you need to bail yourself out all the time. And that's where the Bears were last year. I didn't care for their pass rush, but I felt like they're going to get a turnover, they're going to get bailed out, and it's going to annoy me. And it happened over and over and over again last year. And turnovers are not repeatable year after year after year. They will dry up, and the Bears realized that, and they took action to fix that. They let go of so many guys. Jaquan Brisker, who went to my Steelers, I didn't think was all that great last year. The Bears let him walk out the door. They don't pay him, but they get a upgrade at Kobe Bryant. I really like the move, and I think they have some talented guys in the secondary, but it was just an over-reliance on needing turnovers. The other big-time move they made was trading DJ Moore for a second-round pick, and you got a second-round pick for DJ Moore, the DJ Moore that was abysmal with Caleb Williams last year, the DJ Moore who cost the Bears the playoff game. Like, what a tremendous deal. You got a second-round pick for that, for a player I don't even think is worth a third-round pick. Just great work, great bit of business, and also really gets you more assets to improve this team with young talent that you don't have to pay because Caleb Williams' contract is coming due eventually. Overall, I love the Bears free agency because they addressed what they need to do, and then they got a steal of a trade moving DJ Moore to the Bills for that second round pick. Chicago Bears had a draft I very much like. They took a couple guys I'm very high on, some guys that I just didn't see it with, but I understand where you drafted him and everything. Overall, I love their draft. And to really start out, I want to talk about their last pick, and we're going to move backwards to the first pick in this draft. Jordan Vandenberg, is an extremely talented player. Very good speed rusher. I liked him a good bit, and he was one of my day 3 gems in general. I really thought he was undervalued and should have gone well before the 6th round. I actually had a mid to high, like, 4th round grade on him. I was right on the verge. Like, if a team took him in the back half of the 3rd round, I would have been A-okay with that and actually have liked that a lot. So overall, really good move by the Bears getting him in this 6th round. Then you have 5th round pick Keyshawn Elliott. Keyshawn Elliott was someone that was very interesting to me. He was a really good tackler, has a big frame, 6'2", 235, and he was a quick linebacker. He ran a sub 4.6 40-yard dash. He has some coverage ability, and he's just, like I said, a really good tackler. Overall, you could do far worse than Keyshawn Elliott, especially when you look at the Bears' linebacking core, which I'm not a big fan of. I think he can come in and maybe earn some playing time earlier than expected. Moving on to Malik Muhammad, who I was a little up and down with. Overall, I don't really have a solid opinion on him. He's a fine player for where they drafted him. Xavier Thomas, same thing with Malik Muhammad. I wasn't like an ultra big-time fan of him, but I get it. He's a fast guy. Burner, can take the top off of defense. Makes all the sense in the world. Then we get to guys I really start to like. Sam Roush, the tight end from Stanford. First of all, Bears, you have enough good tight ends. Save some for the rest of people. But Sam Roush, to me, is someone you can use in 12 and 13 personnel very heavily. He's got good blocking ability and good receiving ability. He can do both at the same time. When you look at how Ben Johnson really structures his offense, he likes to have tight ends on the field. He likes to have tight ends that are versatile and can do both things. He can very much do that and bring that to the level. He is just honestly a lesser version of Colston Loveland, who is awesome. But if you can have two Colston Lovelands on the field at the same time, because they both are very talented guys, you will take that. Next is Logan Jones. And when Drew Dahlman retired, I think I sent out the tweet like, oh, Logan Jones is a Bear, because it was so obvious. He's a very talented center, fits the scheme perfectly, can get out in the open space, can be physical in run blocking. He fits this offense to a T, maybe a little higher than I would have personally drafted him, but the scheme fit makes sense, and you need a center, so I give it all the pass in the world. Works, in my opinion. And then Dylan Thieneman, the safety from Oregon, who was just a transcendent player. I watched so much of his film, and really, in my opinion, his Purdue film is actually the best part of him because it showcases what he can do with little talent around him. Just a good ball hockey safety that can move all over, very good in Tampa 2 coverage, very good in zone coverage, deep quarters. He will be versatile as all can be. I know a lot of people argued he was the best safety in his draft class, and I wouldn't go that far, but I can definitely see a route in which he has a better career than Caleb Downs because it's very system dependent with both those players, where Caleb Downs is more or less a cover robber type guy who can come up, make tackles, and do all that. Dylan Thieneman can do that too, but he's more or less utilized better in a deep safety role with his athleticism that he can close in on plays and gaps. His reaction timing is great. It's a great pick by the Bears. And again, it just improves this secondary that I was so critical of last year. They get a guy in that's very versatile and can be very dynamic at the safety position, allowing other players to be able to help out more. I'm very questionable about this Bears defense as a whole. I'm not the biggest fan of their pass rush unit. I'm not the biggest fan of their linebacking unit. But the secondary took a major step forward this offseason, in big part of signing Coby Bryant and drafting Dylan Thieneman. The Bears are an extremely interesting team for me, as in, I really do like the moves they made this offseason, but I have so many questions about them, and they are in a terrifyingly scary division in which I could see any four of the teams winning the division, honestly. And it really leads me to the point that I only had the Bears in a battle for a wild card position. I don't have them as a playoff lock or anything like that, but I can see them making the playoffs, and I also wouldn't be shocked if they missed it. And this is not saying, oh, they're regressing, they're going backwards. No. I think the Bears took a giant step forward last year, but it was a step forward that was shocking. So a little regression, a little bit more to the means of what this team is wouldn't shock me whatsoever. But I don't think they're a bad team. The Bears now have something to build towards. I really would like to see them improve their pass rush. I really would like to see them improve their linebacking core. But they went out and addressed their secondary first, which, considering how much I didn't like it last year, I approve. And the Bears do have talent on offense. Caleb Williams really showcased the ability we all thought he had coming out of USC. They have one of my favorite running backs in the league, Kyle Monangai, who was my draft darling, dark horse running back last year. Bears drafted him. I went, he's going to be awesome in Ben Johnson's offense, and he was absolutely phenomenal the entire season. You also have receivers that I really like, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden. They have guys I really like on offense. Is there a little concern of how the new center and Logan Jones is going to react in the NFL? You had a veteran, Drew Dahlman. Absolutely, we don't know yet, but Logan Jones is a talented player and fits the scheme so well. I don't really see a major adjustment period happening. He is a really good football player, and I just look at this Bears team, and I feel like I'm going to regret saying this, but I had them just in a playoff hunt, playoff battle, wildcard battle. I can see them making it. I can see them missing it. It's really going to depend on how does Logan Jones do right away, because there might be some early season struggles. How well does he adjust in the NFL? I think that's a big key. And then it's going to be, what can this defense do? If they can get average pass rushing, I really think this team could be trouble and possibly even contend for the NFC Championship. But if they don't get that, I just have so many issues seeing this defense be legitimate enough for me to really put them in that realm. So right now, I think the Bears are a scary, tough out if they make the playoffs, and they're just a scary matchup if you see them on their schedule. And one other thing I would like to add, This division is going to cannibalize itself. It would not shock me at all if only one team from the NFC North makes it, because these teams are all so good that they might just beat the holy hell out of each other for 6 games, and that's just good football. But that's my opinion on the Bears season. I would honestly like to see everyone comment down below with what they think of the Chicago Bears this season. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. If you're new channel, hit that subscribe button and share this. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm doing 32 in 32 days. 32 NFL team previews in 32 days in a row. Today was the Bears, yesterday was the Panthers, and tomorrow is the Cincinnati Bengals. So if you want to come back, check out division rivals later on with what I think about them. By all means, it will happen in alphabetical order. And if you just want to check out some of the previous ones, go ahead, check those out. There are a couple out right now. By the point we get to the midway point, there will be a lot more to do, but we're still early on the process. But I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day.